Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Doing some more voiceover day vlogs. Now, in the past, I have talked a lot about things that bother me or things that I don't like about certain websites, microphones, companies, this and that. Whoop. And today, I actually wanted to talk about some positives. Because I've done tons of videos on Fiverr, and I've clearly listed my grievances over the years, but I wanted to actually list some stuff that I actually like about Fiverr. Because it seems to be that there's some common misconception about me, my channel, the way I review, and all this kind of stuff. Some people think that if I'm critical about something that I hate it, and that's not true. That's not what being a critic means. Like, if I hate something, I will let you know that I hate it. I will absolutely let you know. But there may be things that I hate about a thing, company, website, etc. But that doesn't mean that I hate it overall, Fiverr being one of those things. Obviously, I have a love-hate relationship because I have a very strong connection with Fiverr. I've been working on Fiverr for many years. I've made lots of money. I've gotten really good clients. I got some SAG work off Fiverr. So it's a good platform. And I've watched it grow. And I feel like there was a period when I had the most grievances was basically when it was in its teenage years. It's obviously going to be a piece of shit, and it's obviously just going to wreck my life. But you just got to wait, and sooner or later, it's going to be like a young adult. It's still going to be stupid, and its brain isn't going to be done developing until like 25, but it's getting there. That's kind of my relationship with Fiverr. And so I've listed like 5 things that I hate. Today, I'm listing 5 things that I love about Fiverr. Just because, you know what? Why not? Now, these are the kinds of things that if anyone asks me, comes to me for coaching or anything like that, and they want to know more about Fiverr, they're like, should I join Fiverr? I heard you say this, this, and this. These are the kind of things that I will say as far as like the strongest benefits of working on Fiverr. And number one, the first thing that I say is that it's free. It's absolutely free. Now, this is the kind of something that I've said many, many times, especially when talking about Fiverr. Especially when talking about like the 5 websites that you should be on. Fiverr is normally number 1 for me. Is the fact that it's free. And when you're just getting into voiceover, just getting into any kind of freelance or any kind of art, that's absolutely what you need. You need it to be free. Just like, if you're going into art or you're going into voiceover, the programs you should be looking for should be free. They should absolutely be free. Now, I'm not saying if you can afford the higher end programs, go for it. But the ones that you should just get out of the gate and spend your money where you have to spend money should be the free programs. You should get free programs and then spend money on treatment. That is where you should spend your money. And then second is microphone. So it's free. It doesn't cost anything to get started. You can just go on there, log in, create a profile, create a gig, and they just take a portion. And number 2 is very much connected to this. Number 2 of the things that I love is the fact that they don't take more than an agent would or an agency would. A lot of big high-end agents. Now agents sometimes take anywhere between 10 to 20, maybe 25%. Depends on the agent or the agency. The average is 20% right now. And that's a fair amount. It's $1 out of $5. And that's what Fiverr does, is they take $1 out of $5. So they're not, as far as the cut that they take isn't far out of the industry. It isn't far disconnected from what you'd find in Hollywood or New York. If you were to work for, big-end companies or big-end agencies. So what they're asking of you isn't more than you'd see on a professional level. So, that's good. They take a portion. Now, that does mean that you need to charge more. I would say you obviously need to charge 20% more to make up for that so that you're making 100% of what you need to be making. But that's on you. That's absolutely on you. And, the fact that it's free and they don't charge more than an agent would, obviously, are two huge pluses, especially hand in hand. Those are really, really good. Number three is the fact that they are it switches every month, every now and then, but they are one of the #1 voiceover platforms on the planet. And they're worldwide. Now, there are some voiceover platforms that are more regional or more specific to English speaking only. And there's some that are, Indian, Japanese, or Chinese only. But Fiverr is very, very widespreading. It's across everywhere. You can just, if you want to just find someone of a specific region, specific language, specific accent, you just go into the search tabs and type that in. That's all you got to do. They're open to almost any country, any language, any dialect. You can probably find someone to work in that field. So the fact that you're on a platform that is seen by everyone is a huge benefit. It's a huge benefit. And the fact that it's also a search engine helps out a lot. And I've already done a video talking about how the search engine works and how people don't often understand how it works, and that can be kind of confusing and overwhelming, especially when you're first going into voiceover on that platform. You're like, there's so many, I'll never get seen. That's not how it works. This video will be in a Fiverr playlist video, and I'll try to put the Fiverr playlist in the description, so you can watch all my videos on Fiverr. But, so we got free, don't charge more than agents, and everywhere. They are everywhere. They are very popular. It's a very popular platform, and they've sometimes been at #1 as far as voiceover search engines. Like if you go to Google, type in voiceover, you will either see voices.com, Voice123, or Fiverr. And sometimes it's Fiverr over all of them. So that is amazing. It's wildly known. Everyone's heard of it. You can find anything here. It's amazing. Number 4 would be the fact that it is very easy to block or flag people that are abusive, spamming, or being disrespectful. Now, if you were just be doing business through your platform or your website, and you're just doing this through email, it's very hard to block people. It's very hard to have them not find you or see you or even be able to interact with you anymore. It's very hard to do that. I don't even know how you'd, depending on the platform that you use to create the website, or depending on, maybe you'd have to go through Google. I don't know. The point is that it's very hard to do that. But on Fiverr, if someone is being genuinely terrible, if they are haggling, if they are spamming, if they are being harassing, you can easily flag them, and within a day, Fiverr will take care of that for you. You don't even got to worry about it. And then they won't bother you again. Now, sure, they could create another profile, but Fiverr actually has some tactics for preventing people from just creating new profiles and continuing their harassing behavior. And, it also do with like tracking their their emails that they use, phone number, where they're coming from. They have tools on their end, and I trust them. They've worked really, really well. And the more I flag people, the more I mark them for spamming, for actually being like this. I don't just do this for just anyone. It's just, I don't like you, spam. I don't do that. But there have been some people that have been genuinely terrible towards me, and I mark them, and Fiverr takes care of them. And then the more I do that, the less that kind of hassle comes my way. And I absolutely, genuinely love that. It is a huge plus. I don't gotta, it's like having a personal assistant just for that kind of particular issue. And that, if you know how to do that and you know how to take care of that appropriately, that is a huge plus and a huge weight off your shoulder. Where are we? So we got free, doesn't take more than agents, everywhere, harassment, and the last thing was organization. That's what it was. organization. I normally have like my little stand here, and then I put my phone. It's got my notes on it, but the stand's not in here right now, so phone's in my pocket. I'm not going to pull it out. Organization. Now, at first, Fiverr was not great at organization, and I remember what the platform was like when it first started, and it was the Wild West. It was chaos. It was absolute anarchy and misery in many ways. But now Fiverr has created a lot of tactics and systems and measures for making things organized and putting them in the right order. Like, for example, I don't remember if originally, if I remember correctly, maybe I'm wrong, when an order would come in, whether or not, depending on, it wouldn't matter if it was due in 24 hours. It would be wherever, in whatever order it was ordered. Now Fiverr prioritizes them based on how much time they have left. And so it moves what do you have to do today up at the top. As well as it shows icons of what kind of order it is. And the ability of doing the frequently asked questions or the filling in the blanks or all these kinds of tools that you can use for the gig and the order itself, being able to fill those out and being able to make those available to potential clients when you go in there, even though it is good to communicate with clients, often you don't have to. Often they could, without even messaging you, they can listen to your demo, like what you do, listen to all the other gigs that you've done, because that's available for them to scroll through. And they already know, also by reading the gig description, that you're the right person for the job. Make the order. It's got the amount of time available. If I need to ask them any questions, I can just go down and type that down below. And it's all right there. And literally everything about that is sent to me via text or, email or whatever, or even better, the app. That was actually part of why I like Fiverr, is that everything is on the app. Everything. I can send clients orders through the app. It's complicated, but I can do it. And that's actually one thing that I really wish that they would kind of remedy and fix. There are some formats that don't work well with the app. If someone sends me a PDF or sends me an Excel file or anything outside of just an image, just a PNG, I have to send it to Dropbox and then open it that way just to view it. I really wish that they had some better formatting for files that come in so that I could view them on my phone more easily. But the fact that I can go and see and look at the order, and I can even, send clients stuff through the app. I've done that a couple times. I've been on the road and a client needed a revision or needed something, and I had my voiceover bag with me, and I was able to do it, and I was able to just do it through my phone. I didn't need to bring my laptop. I didn't need to, go to a library or something. Who does that anymore? I could do it all through the phone. And again, everything on here. And it's all in reasonable categories. It's easy to understand and easy to follow along. And they do tell you, okay, this client you haven't talked to yet, they sent you a message, make sure you respond in 24 hours. They do give you some kind of icon for that. I think it's like a little red clock or something. No, that's if it's too late. I don't remember if you're still needing to. I don't remember what it was. But they inform you. You are given lots of information, and it is in the right categories, and it is organized, and it is prioritized. And that's really good. There's a couple other voiceover platforms that don't have apps that, sometimes the stuff just goes to spam. I mean, I get tons of emails from like Bidalgo, but it's not clients. It's just notifications like, hey, you don't have a membership yet. No, the only thing that I need to get is, do I have an audition? Did someone message me? Am I getting paid? That's what Fiverr has done for me. So, yes, there's tons of things that I have grievances with Fiverr. Of course. I'm a business owner. I'm a businessman. We have grievances. We collect problems and we keep them in little boxes and we hold them and we share them with people every now and then. But there are things that I genuinely love. There's stuff that I genuinely enjoy about certain websites that I work on, and Fiverr is one of them. And though there are some things that I would like to see fixed, over the years, I've seen lots of these things fixed. If you watch all of my videos on Fiverr, and every time I talk about Fiverr, from 6 years ago maybe to now, you'll see that a lot of stuff has changed. You'll see that a lot of stuff about Fiverr has changed, has developed, has gotten better, and I love that. And there's some websites that don't do that. Fiverr's one that does. Yes, it's hard to balance making sure that the clients are being better treated, or are not being better treated than the freelancers, and making sure that it's balanced. And I can understand from their point of view how that's hard, and so I don't blame them too much for that kind of stuff. But anyway, there you go. Just 5 stuff that I love about Fiverr because they need some love. I know there's a lot of people shitting on them for like just kind of watering down the industry or ruining blah, 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 whatever. But I don't feel that way. I think they're cool. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Totally fine. Subscribe if you're new. Bell for notifications. And leave down in the comment section below. Like to see me cover any other topics, have any questions. And if there's any specific questions that you don't feel like leaving down in the comment section, I have my email down below. And again, I'll try to put the Fiverr playlist in this video. I'll be editing this in like a week, so maybe I'll remember. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? Also, if you leave a thumbs down, you have to say why, because otherwise it doesn't count, and it's like you didn't leave a thumbs down at all. I'm just saying. So, until next time, peace.